Welcome back to Grief Rebel. If you're here again, I'm so honored that you're here. It takes something, courage and bravery, that's for sure, to heal and to lean into healing. So, if you haven't seen my other videos, I go through all of the 12 Healing Grief Rebel Tenets, and we're going to talk about one right now. And it's one that comes up quite a bit, especially doesn't really matter when, again. So when I say early on or a year or two, I hesitate because I don't want people to compare their journeys with other people's journeys. But this one resonated with me more early on, and it is releasing my new life from my previous life frees me. That sounds really simple, again, because the tenets do. They're only a few words long, but so often we compare the life that we have now to the life that we had before our partner or our spouse died. So what that does, that comparison, puts us in this state of always wanting and yearning for something different. And without us knowing it, it puts a layer of judgment on the life that we're living now. And there's a second component that I didn't think about too much early on, and not until later, was that I'm not only releasing my previous life from this life. So in this tenet, it's like when we compare our life now to our previous life, we put almost unconsciously a layer of guilt or a layer of judgment on the life that we're living now. And I'm not saying that releasing your life, that your previous life from this life, you're forgetting anything, or that you're diminishing anything, or that life wasn't important. But it's releasing that emotional umbilical cord so that you can free yourself in the life that you're living now. Easier said than done, but I know that this tenet is really, really powerful, because when we're in a state of comparison, we're not present with our life. We're not present with healing. We're not able to lean as far into healing as we are when we don't have that layer of judgment. And it's almost like, for me, releasing the person I thought I was supposed to be now from that person, from my previous, who I was, releasing who I was to the person that I thought I was supposed to be, with my partner. And so it's letting go of the life that we think we should have. And I'm not saying that's an easy thing. I'm just saying that when we do know that this life is the life that we have and that we're really supposed to have, again, not an easy thing, that it creates a space for growth and expansion. Again, I'm kind of getting a little stuck because I don't want you to think this is an easy thing. Like, oh, you're going to just cut the umbilical cord and release your previous life. I just mean that leaning into it little by little and having the thought like, oh my gosh, maybe I know that he or she or they died. And it's horrible, but it's one of those dualities of grief. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. And the truth is that it happened, and now I've got this life. Do I know what I'm supposed to be doing? Do I know who I am? Do I know my identity? No, none of those things. But it's like you don't have to try and get that life back. You don't have to keep struggling on top of all your pain to get something back that is tethered in the past. It takes a lot of work and a lot of energy. So that's what this tenet is about. I hope that I'm actually gonna talk some more about this one, but that's a brief explanation. Okay? I don't know. It's hard to put that into words, dude. Did that sound... Is that right? All right, what's next, dude?